G'day guys, Macca with the Outer Circle, and today I want to talk to you about I have decided to no longer spend any money at all with Games Workshop. I will spend my money with Forge World, and even then, as rarely as possible. I'm going to try and do all my purchases. If I want something in plastic from Games Workshop, I'm going to try and buy it from someone who's selling it on eBay. Someone who's already been out and bought the product. Because frankly, I don't want a fucking thing to do with them anymore. Having seen over the last week, Mortarion has been released. Well, he's about to be released. And I've seen the pricing for him from White Dwarf, as most people would have by now. And discovered that he's being sold for 90 Australian dollars more than in the UK. In the UK, he retails at about 130 Australian dollars, give or take. I think it's 139. And he's being sold for 230, which is bullshit. I'm sorry, but there is no tax in Australia which makes goods cost 80% more than they do in the UK. I'm a businessman. I run my own engineering business. I import shit all the time from overseas. Shipping containers full of stuff. It costs 3,000 Australian dollars pretty much anywhere in the world to get a shipping container 24 foot long bought in. It's not shipping costs. Our tax, our GST, it's 10%. But in Britain, you're already paying a VAT anyway, so tax isn't the issue. It's not causing this huge growth. Most items that come into Australia, they do cost more. We're an island nation, we don't produce a lot of the stuff ourselves, but it's only about 30% more. And 30% is about the correlation of Australian wages compared to, say, America or the UK. But of course, with America and the UK, it's a completely different world to Australia. We are more spread out, we have to travel further by car, we've got a terribly underdeveloped public transport, our houses cost a fortune. You can live a couple of hundred kilometres from a city and still be paying $200,000, $300,000 for a house. It's ridiculous. Electricity is very expensive, fuel's expensive, and again, because you've got to travel so far by car in this country, that really hits you. We're talking like twice what the Americans are paying for fuel, 3 times what Americans are paying for housing. So, you know, we're used to paying more for things in Australia, but we're not used to paying 80% more. Very few things we pay 80% more. And I want to give an example today, 3 examples in fact, of where I can buy a model from Forge World, pay for the shipping, bring it all the way over to Australia, and I'm in a better place than I would be if I went and I bought from Games Workshop in plastic. So, first up today we have some Contemptors. We have the Space Wolf Contemptor Dreadnought bundle from Forge World on the left, and the Games Workshop Contemptor on the right. The Forge World Contemptor Dreadnought is armed with pretty much whatever I want. I can pick any kind of weapons for it for its 2 arms. It's going to cost me £54. That's $88.23 compared to the $100 Dreadnought in plastic. So, what's the difference here? $12. That's not a lot. $12, Macca. Well, okay. On the one hand, I have a Dreadnought that's perfectly designed to suit my Legion. Has the exact same aesthetic. It has the weapons of my choice. I can pose it in any way I want. The shoulders move, the knees move, the waist moves, the head moves. I can build this Dreadnought however suits me. And then on the other side, I have a Dreadnought that looks like shit. It's standing straight up. I dubbed it the Contemptor Rigor Mortis version because it's just a straight line. It looks like it should be a statue. I'm stuck with the 4 weapon choices I believe you get in the Betrayal at Kelth box, and that's it. In fact, I believe it's a multi-melter, Kiri's Assault Cannon, Power Fist. That's not good. So why am I paying more? And it's plastic as well. Plastic is a much cheaper material than resin. So why am I paying more for a plastic Contemptor Dreadnought when I have a resin Contemptor that is just perfect? It would be stupid of me. It gets worse though. Here we have Space Marine Cataphractii Terminators. Again, £54 in the UK. That's 88 Australian dollars. They're 115 in plastic. Now, okay, I could accept 30% price rise. If they cost, let's say the Forge World ones were $100, something like that much more, $20 to $30 per 100 more, I could accept that. I can't accept you're talking $30 here, and this isn't even the same model. The Forge World ones come with 5 resin storm shields. So I'm getting the additional storm shields, which are about $24 retail as well. So actually the gap between the two is closer to $50. That is fucking appalling. And again, it gets worse. Here we have the Alpha Legionnaires on the left and Tactical Squad on the right. Do forgive me if I've cut some of the image out, thanks to the way I've set up the screen. But 20 Tactical Marines with Forge World torsos, helmets, and shoulder pads, £90. That's 147 Australian dollars. I can buy a single squad in plastic with no upgrades at all for 85 Australian dollars. That's more than half that. The Alpha Legion upgrade set alone is £44. £44 on its own. So, what the hell? What the hell? Why is this such a massive price difference? They are blatantly price gouging me. When I actually approached Games Workshop about it, the Warhammer community basically turned around the community portal moderators and said, oh, well, you should email Games Workshop directly. I've tried that. I get no response. It's as bad as when you talk to them about Forge World in Games Workshop stores. Nobody wants to actually deal with it. Nobody wants to give a straight answer. I've therefore decided that this company is so fucking incompetent that I don't want to borrow from them anymore. And that's my consumer power. I can't force them to set their prices at something acceptable or reasonable. As a private company, they can pick whatever price they like. They're welcome to it. But why the fuck should I be paying, in some cases, 80, 90% more for the exact same model? There is no reason behind it. It's not shipping. I could pay the shipping costs out of my own pocket with no bulk discount, and I'm looking at like $10 to ship a Tactical Squad over from the UK. I'm not looking at $30, $40, $50 to do it. It's not import tax. 10% GST, that's $8 on an $80 box. It's not that. Even combining that 10% GST and the shipping cost together, that's $18 onto it. It's fucking nothing. We're talking like $50, $60 extra. Why? If I'm ordering it online, I'm not propping up a brick and mortar store. If I'm ordering it online, it should be cheaper, shouldn't it? Oh, no. So, what the fuck? This company is incompetent. They're price gouging us, deliberately price gouging Australians. I not only am going to stop buying their plastics, I'm going to stop buying their paintbrushes, their books, I'm going to stop buying their paints, the works. I will only buy them off people who've already bought them themselves and decided they no longer want them, because I don't want to give any of my fucking money to this shit company anymore. And I would strongly urge all Australians to do likewise, because you're getting ripped off, and the only way you're going to send them a message is if you hit them in the fucking place it hurts most, their wallets. I'm Mac with the Outer Circle. Fuck you, Games Workshop. See you all next time.